Hi, my name is Liz DePietro, and I've been a member of Mount Lebanon United Methodist Church for probably close to 40 years.
Well, my name is Sam Fisher, and my history began 18 years ago. I was baptized by Dr. Watson.
Hey, my name is Michael Narragon, and I joined the church shortly after 9/11.
My name is Bill Manning, and I've been a part of this church also 18 years ago, since I've been baptized by Dr. Watson.
When we walked into Mount Lebanon United Methodist, it was so warm and welcoming. Betty Lou Albright was right there to hug us, and I was sold. But stewardship, I think it's giving. It's giving your time, giving your talents, giving your money, giving your whatever is asked of you by the church, by the Lord. So money is a piece of it. It's an important piece. We have to do that to keep the church moving. But I think that stewardship is also giving of yourself.
The stewardship of others inside the church have impacted me by the members of the youth group, JJ and Sarah, Dave and Lynn. They have all helped in bringing me towards what I am today. Keeping me faithful towards my religion, and also they brought in Christian beliefs into modern day.
Stewardship sometimes devolves into tithing and cash. And what I think is important to understand is that stewardship, of course, has a financial component to it, but it also has a spiritual and personal component to it. And I was struck when this was a sermon that Odin preached, in which he challenged us to bring our first fruits, as he called it, to the church. And stewardship is a demand that we bring our first fruits to the church, whether that's our time, whether that's our passion, or whether that's our tithing.
People in this church have had a strong impact in my life and just my relationship to the church. The first group that comes to mind is the women, the Mount Lebanon Methodist women. They are such a wonderful group of women. They are so helpful. With every time Dia had like a small slip up, or we needed just a little bit of help, or any group that I was ever in, they were always there. They set the tables. They were around cooking food. They brought pies. I mean, every time you have a problem, someone shows up with a pie. Your problem is immediately gone.
The ministry that I concentrate most on is the Family Promise Ministry, and that grew out of the Church and Society commitment. When I originally joined the Church and Society team, I wanted it to be a place where when people thought of Mount Lebanon United Methodist Church, they thought of it as a place that was engaged in the community. And Family Promise gives me an opportunity to actually make good on that desire. And what Family Promise allows us to do is, on a bi-monthly or every third month, we get to house the homeless. And this is an organization that works very hard to keep families intact and to keep children in the school systems in which they're enrolled. And so there are a lot of benefits to this besides simply housing folks and providing them food, which is a tremendous opportunity for us to serve anyway. But it also benefits families in a perhaps way that seems infrared or invisible at times, and that is that we get their children in the schools in which they're enrolled, and that continuity, I think, is critical for children working their way through this difficult moment in their families' lives with an opportunity to sort of use the sanctuary we provide them as a springboard to create or find housing of their own.
It's been about 16 years that I've been coordinating the food pantry now. It's a wonderful ministry. We started with 25 clients and maybe a couple volunteers, a couple older people, so it was very manageable. But I really felt that I wanted to have the congregation have an awareness of the food pantry. Some people didn't even know where the room was. So I started some programs along with the pantry. And for example, the Sunday school class of the week. Every week I went to a Sunday school class and said, this is your opportunity to give to the food pantry. These are the items I want you to bring in. So that started. We went to all the Sunday school classes. I end up with another volunteer that was helping me. She did a lot of the legwork. I did a lot of the administrative. And as we made the food pantry more public and raised awareness, it made people more interested in it. So there was more volunteers, and then there was more clients. And I started another program where every Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, each family gets a $25 gift card from Giant Eagle. Well, that increased our clientele. So friends told friends. So over the 16 years, we've had a lot of revisions and had changeover with volunteers. We had to regroup many times, but now we have about 130 clients and I have 35 volunteers.